Let's talk about Matt Gaetz. Matt Gaetz for Attorney General. And I got to say, out of all the appointments, this one is probably, this is the highlight. Because, I mean, it makes perfect sense for Trump because you want someone who is more compromised than you are being the head law enforcement agency, heading up the head top law enforcement agency for the federal government. But like, yeah, Matt Gaetz, what a beaut he is. Obviously there have been, shall we say, rumors swirling about him for quite some time now. Felix, I know you saw the one that back in 2021 about the man who was killed in a sort of game of autoerotic asphyxiation that he was engaged in.
Yeah, this one was very weird. I actually didn't see that the first time around. Shout out to Gumby for Christ for finding that one. So this happened in like 2002 when Gaetz was in college, and apparently Gaetz was like, they were playing a game that involved a type of autoerotic asphyxiation where you use a plastic bag, which I've never heard of. That's very like low class, I have to say. Like, which is the Carradine that died that way?
That was David Carradine.
David Carradine.
I mean, he was using a belt like a normal person.
Yeah, he was using like a nice, probably snakeskin belt tied around his neck. He wasn't using like a CVS bag.
Well,
it's cool to play the choking game in college.
Yeah.
Getting that call from like the college administrator. We have some very bad news. Your son died playing the choking game at age 22.
Oh, yeah. My college years were crazy. I actually had to go to rehab because I got addicted to holding my breath and spinning around really fast.
Yeah, they put one of those spinny chairs in my dorm, and all the next 4 years were a blur, literally.
I'm just reading here. This is from an opposition research file that was published. It says here, Gaetz experienced several drunken homosexual escapades while a student at Florida State University and subsequently a member of the Florida House of Representatives. Very high-level sources in the Florida Republican Party reported that in late 2002, Gaetz, who shared an off-campus residence in Tallahassee while a senior classman at FSU with 3 other male students, was involved in an accidental death of a house guest, a 29-year-old male African-American with whom Gaetz was playing an autoerotic asphyxiation sex game involving a plastic bag over the other man's head and cocaine. Gaetz was the last person seen leaving the room of the decedent. The decedent's body and surrounding bed area had cocaine and semen residue. Now, my question here is, how do you get the cocaine in someone's face with a plastic bag over it? And I mean, I guess the obvious answer would be you're putting it up their ass. And then there was like a weird thing with this where like Gaetz's dad got the body moved to Jacksonville. So like it was the official coroner's report was filed in a different county in Florida.
How do you do that? Like, did his dad, like, did his dad, like, well, yeah, but, like, did his dad, like, go to the crime scene and was like, oh, I forgot, I left a really big suitcase here. Like, how does that work? I know. He probably had some, like, inside line with the cops, but just, like, logistically, you know?
Yeah. It's crazy that guy was 29 and they were in college.
Well, it's FSU.
Older guy.
It's Florida State.
That's like,
he might have been a student. I don't know.
A Florida freshman, you know?
Kind of a problematic age gap for the guy who died.
Yeah, Gaetz is kind of like the victim here.
Yeah. Matt Gaetz was sort of groomed by that guy.
But how quickly we all forgot the Nestor saga. Remember that? His adopted son?
Nestor fell off. He left Nestor in the hood. Somebody go smoke that you. I haven't heard from him. I mean, Nestor was already like 17 when he got discovered. So I guess you can't just keep like a 19-year-old around. Like the point is having like a boy servant, not like a grown man. Anyone can get a grown man.
I don't know, a manservant. That sounds pretty good.
You would think, but like most people will go with a boy. But he pretty much disappeared. The only thing, like, did you see that, like, my favorite senator, the senator with the best name in the Senate, Mark Wayne Mullen, said that, like, as recently as, like, this week, that, like, he didn't want to, like, confirm Gaetz because Gaetz would, like, show people videos of him having sex on the floor of the house.
He didn't want to confirm him?
Yeah.
I would want to confirm him because otherwise, like, if he doesn't get confirmed, he has nothing to lose.
If you're showing videos of me having sex to other people on the floor of the house, yeah, that might be an issue.
Unless it looks really cool. Like, what if everyone's impressed by it? People come up to you and they're like, yo, Matt showed me a video and your dick was so big and your thrust game is on point. Mark Wayne, I would love you to top me. Like, if that was happening, then it would be worth it. It would be awesome. Like, a compliment can go a long way.